Let's get started with today's first problem. Which of the following options correctly converts 3,500 square feet into acres? All right, so in this problem, we see that we have 3,500 square feet and we have to convert it into acres. We know that 1 acre equals 43,560 square feet. Okay, so if we have 3,500 square feet, I know that I could just divide by 43,560 square feet to get my total in acres. So that's going to equal 0.08. So in this question, the answer is B. For those of you that are just new in here, this is good for all states. Remember, good for all states. This is the real estate math that you will be seeing on your state exam. All right, next question. Number 2 says, a real estate agent receives a 6% commission on the sale of a property. If the property sold for $250,000, how much commission will the agent earn? All right, in this example, I like to use what's called the T-chart. So I take out my T-chart. Okay, the T-chart basically has where you are going to put in your totals, right? Here would be your total, your sales price or the market value. This would be the part or the commission, your closing costs, your loan amount, etc., right? Just the portion of the total. And then here you always put your percent. So like wherever these are depends on whether you divide or you multiply. So if you have a part over a total, you're going to divide. If you have a part over a percent, you're going to divide. If you have a total and a rate, you're going to multiply. So this takes out all the guesswork on whether you have to multiply or divide. So if it says a real estate agent receives 6% commission, so the percent is going to always go here. And then the property sold for $250,000. So that's my sales price, so it will go here. All right, now the T-chart's telling me that I have to multiply. So then now we multiply, and remember we have to change this percent to a decimal by dividing by 100, and that means 0.06. So $250,000 times 0.06 equals $15,000. You guys were correct. Good job. So there's my answer. So my answer is B, as in boy. All right, next up, number 3 says, a property was appraised at $400,000. If the assessed value is 80% of the appraised value, what is the assessed value? Okay. Now, here, since it has a percent, I'm going to use my T-chart. Okay. Now, here it says that it's appraised at $400,000. Now, I want you guys to see this. It's appraised at $400,000, so that's the total amount. So I'm going to put that here. $400,000. And then the assessed value is 80%. And that obviously goes here. So now they want to know what is the assessed value. So I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to change this 80% to a decimal by dividing by 100. And that equals 0.8. Okay. So then we have 400,000 times 0.8. which equals $320,000. So the answer here is A. Let's look at number 4. It says, a home buyer wants to purchase a property worth $200,000 and needs to make a 20% down payment. How much is the down payment? So we take out our T-chart. Okay. The property is worth $200,000. So there's my total sales price right here. And then she has to put a 20% down payment. So that just goes here. All right. Now we got to change it to a decimal. Divide by 100. That equals 0.2. So now 200,000 times 0.2 equals $40,000. Too easy, you guys. Too easy. You guys are doing great here. So my answer is A. Take advantage of this T-chart. Learn it. I have a whole video on it. It's one of my pinned videos on my TikTok. So check it out. All right. I think it's got like 50 something thousand views. I'm not sure. I can't believe that that one has gone viral, but, or whatever you guys want to do, call it. All right. Let's look at the next question. Number 5. It says a home buyer takes out a mortgage of $150,000 to purchase a property worth $200,000. What is the loan to value ratio? All right. So since they're saying loan to value ratio, this is one of those that has the definition right in there, the formula. So remember, loan to value means loan to value. Okay? Or we could take out our T-chart, right? Loan to value, same thing. All right? So if the home buyer takes out a mortgage of $150,000, that's my loan amount. So that's going to go here. Okay? And then the property is worth $200,000. That's my total amount. So $200K here. So when I divide these two, so 150,000 divided by 200,000, what does that give me? That gives me 0.75. But remember to convert this to a percent. And the way we convert this to a percent is by multiplying by 100. So then that's going to equal 75%. So the answer is B. I want to bring to you a special offer, my first ebook that I ever wrote that is called The Broke Girl's Guide to Real Estate. It basically is a little guide and explaining of how I built my real estate business on like little to zero money. Okay. You could grab that right now in my shop at justcallmaggie.com shop. It's at 20% off. I have it off on 20% off. It's literally $5 and change. So grab that ebook, check it out, and see what I did to make my real estate business grow. Check it out. Remember, justcallmaggie.com/shop. So let's move on to the next question. Number 6, it says a property is sold for $300,000 and the closing costs amount to 2.5% of the sales price. How much are the closing costs? So we have a percent. So we're going to bring out the T-chart. Okay. And then we see here the value of $300,000. That's the total sales price. So I'm going to put that here in the total amount. And then closing costs are 2.5% of this amount. You guys, if you don't understand the T-chart, remember this keyword right here of, this means to multiply. So it would be 2.5 times the sales price. Okay. So we're going to put 2.5 here. And obviously we're multiplying. But remember, we have to change this to a decimal. So we divide by 100. And that equals 0.025. So now we multiply 300,000 times 0.025. And that equals $7,500. So my answer is A. Yes, 2.5 is a decimal, but it's in a percent. It has a percent, so it's not really a percent. I mean, it's not really a decimal. This is a percent right here. All right, this is a percent out of 100. So we have to convert this to a decimal. in decimal form without the percent. So we do that by dividing by 100. And the way to change a decimal back to a percent is by multiplying by 100. I know that sounds confusing. Right, we're going to get to a hard question now. Okay, here we go. This is the one you guys have been asking for. Here's some hard questions. It says a borrower takes out $500,000 loan at 6% interest for 30 years with monthly payments of $2,753. After 2 months, how much of the payment went towards interest? Okay, so this is a amortization chart. Okay, in this amortization chart, I like to do what's called a PIP sandwich. All right, so I'm going to do the work on the next page where I've already kind of written out all the information here. Okay, we have a loan amount of $500,000. The annual interest rate is 6%, and the monthly payment is $2,753. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling in my little chart, right? This is my PIP chart right here. This is the PIP sandwich. So PIP means payment, interest, and principal. And then the balance is the beginning balance, and then the balance after the monthly payment are the sandwich buns, okay? So I'm going to start putting in the information I have. So I know that the loan amount is $500,000, so I'm going to start with that. That's my starting balance for month one, $500,000. Okay? The annual interest I'll use here in step one, so I'm not going to need that right now. Then my monthly payment is $2,753, and that's every month, so I'm going to leave that $2,753 and put it here as well. Okay, now the first step. Now that's all I could fit into my chart. So now my first step is to use the simple interest formula, which is I equals P times R times T, right? Where I is your interest total, P is the principal amount, R is your rate or percent in decimal, and T is the time in years. Now, please watch this because I get a lot of questions. So here we go. I'm going to use this formula. I equals, my principal amount is $500,000. Okay. My rate is 6% right here. So remember, I have to convert 6% to a decimal by dividing by 100. So that equals 0.06. So I'm going to multiply by 0.06 here. And then time, since this is only 1 month and it has to be displayed out of a whole year, I'm going to multiply this by 1/12, right? It is 1 month out of 12 total months out of the year. Okay, so an easy way to do this, instead of, if you don't want to work with this fraction, is to rewrite it as I equals $500,000 times 0.06, then divided by 12. And then when we calculate that, and I get a total amount of interest that equals $2,500. Okay? So now I'm going to make this interest goes here, $2,500. Okay? So now step 2 is to find out how much of this payment went towards principal. If we know that $2,500 of it went towards interest only. So I'm going to subtract. So $2,753 minus $2,500. So that equals $253. So now I have a total amount that went to the principal balance of $253. So that'll go here. Now, my last step for that month is to take how much was taken off of the original loan amount. So I got to subtract 253 from the $500,000. So $500,000 minus $253. So 500,000 minus 253 equals 499,747. So that goes here. And then that will also now be the beginning balance of month 2. Okay? So 499 here. 747. And remember, we're looking for the second month, like after the second month. So here it says after 2 months, how much of the payment went towards interest. So that's all we're caring for. We're not going to finish the whole chart. All right, so then now the next step, I'm going to do it in blue so that you guys can see the next month, the second month. So here, I'm going to use this formula again, but I'm going to use these numbers now. So I equals 499,747 times, and then the same stuff, 0.06, and then divided by 12 again, because remember, we're only doing it by 1 month. Just 1 month, okay? All right, so interest here on this amount, 2,498, and then 735. All right, so then this is how much went towards principal. So I'm going to round up here because this is 5. So I'm going to make it $2,498.74. Okay, so now how much went towards principal? Oh, well, we don't need to because now all we have, they just want to know how much interest was paid in the 2 months, which is just these two. So now all we have to do is add these two things up. So 2,500 plus 2,498 and 74 cents is going to be $4,998.74. So that would be my answer for how much interest was paid. So 498.74 is right there. So the answer is B. So remember to read the question because this is just how much went towards interest. All right, so that's how you work these problems. This is how you do amortization. I have a bunch of this. This actually came out of my workbook that I have in the link in my bio. So this was one of the practice questions that one of my viewers and purchased and then emailed me asking me about this. So feel free to download that book today. It's on sale actually, $19.99, and the link is in my bio. Just scroll down till you see the workbook. All right, number 8. Let's see here. It says, if a home measures 2,000 square feet, how many square meters is that? And then it says, hint, 1 foot equals this many meters. I'm going to change my pen back to brown because I like it. All right, so this one is a little tricky. This one you definitely need a little more math, like knowledge, but it's easy. You'll see. Okay, so we're going to start here with 2,000 square feet. Now, this is how I do it. Okay, remember square feet. Let me rewrite this. Square feet is really written as feet squared, okay? So I'm going to start with that, and I always start it with it over 1. So here, this is showing me that 1 foot equals 0.305 meters. And they want to know square meters, okay? Now, I'm going to use this ratio. Now, I see feet here and feet here, but this is feet squared. This is only 1 foot. So I'm going to just put 1 foot down here and then this one on the top, 0.305 meters. But now I need square meters, and I have to get rid of one more foot because I cancel this foot out, and then that means that this 2 just goes away and I'm still left another foot. So now I just got to do it again. Multiply by 0.305 meters and 1 foot here again, so that way this foot cancels and these all cancel. And now look, I have my square meters. So now all I have to do is just multiply these 3. So now I just say 2,000 times 0.305 times 0.305. And I get a total of 186.05 square meters. So the answer here is A. So this was tricky, and you may see something like that on your state exam. So remember this. My mind is spinning now. Is there a problem like this in the workbook? Yes, absolutely. There's problems just like this in the workbook. Okay? All right. So feel free to grab the workbook. The link is in my bio. Just click on the math, justcallmaggie.com/math, and then scroll down until you see where it says purchase now. And then you'll be taken to the page, and you could scroll through all the pictures and see what the workbook looks like. Look, actually, here's the workbook I wanted to show you guys. So look at it right here. All right. So we have the workbook here, all beautiful. All of these things are in here. Okay. We have area and perimeter, and look how organized everything is. And we have some exam practice here, questions. We have the explanations, all very simple and perfect for you. Okay. I even have a little thing here that's called at a glance for every section to help you. Okay. It's kind of like a little cheat sheet. And then if you notice, you go down and you see I have 100 math practice problems. I also have the T-chart explained in here, all the formulas, and then a little thank you for you guys, the glossary, okay? And then here are all the math practice problems. Here they are, see? And then you have, let me see, the explanations are all here, answers and explanations. See, explanation, the answer, okay? This is all together in one book. The link is in my bio. It's $19.99. Just grab it and it's yours today. It's automatically downloaded. All right, so here we go. Another question similar to the other one of pip sandwich. All right, so we're going to do another math problem right here. All right, so A, number 9, it says a property owner has a monthly fixed mortgage payment of $1,200. The 30-year loan amount is $250,000 with an interest rate of 4.5%. What is the loan balance after 3 payments? Okay, so this is the pip sandwich once again. All right, it is a PDF rate. Okay, it's a instant download. You get it right away. All right, so here is the loan balance after 3 payments. All right, they want to know what the loan balance is after 3 payments. Here are your answers. And of course, I did a separate sheet with all of that information here. Okay, so that way we could work in a little organized way with our pip sandwich. So remember, your pip sandwich has payments, interest, principal, and then these are the buns. All right, so let's fill in what we have already. My loan amount is $250,000. That's going to be my first beginning balance. So $250,000 would go here at the top of month 1. Okay. Now, annual interest rate, we'll use that here for step 1. Monthly payment is $1,200. So my payment here, $1,200, is just going to be the same no matter the month. Right? It's a fixed amount. All right, so now we have to fill in the rest. So let's see here. We're going to use the simple interest formula of I equals PRT, where P is your principal amount, R is your rate in decimal form, and T is time in years. Please remember that, it's years. So we say I equals, my principal amount is $250,000. My rate is 4.5%. Remember to change this to a decimal. I know it looks like a decimal, but it's a percent decimal. So we got to change it to a real decimal, which means we got to divide, and that equals 0.045. So I'm going to multiply by 0.045, and then we divide by 12. Oh, this is getting really tight here. All right, so then we divide by 12. All right, so now let's see here. We say 250,000 times 0.045 divided by 12. So in this, we had an interest payment of $937.50. Okay, so I'm going to put that here. Interest was $937.50. That's how much went towards interest in that 1 month payment. Okay, so now we have to find what went towards principal. So we're going to subtract these two amounts, right? We're going to just subtract the payment minus interest. We're just subtracting those. So $1,200 minus 937.50. So that equals $262.50. So that's how much went towards principal. So I'm going to put that here. $262.50. Now we have to find out how much went towards the balance. So that's just subtracting these two. So $250,000 minus $262.50. And that equals $199,737.50. So then now that will go in this box. $199,737.50. So if that's the end balance for month 1, that's the beginning balance of month 2. So I'll start with that here. Okay, PRT means multiply. Why did I divide by 12? I divided by 12 because T is really 1 over 12. Okay? In these problems. I get the 12 because it's 12 months out of a year. Time has to be written out of years. And since we're only working with 1 month at a time, we're always going to say 1 month out of 12. This is how you signify that it is a whole year. Okay? Let's see. Wait, that's not right. Subtraction is wrong. All right, so can you do a common real estate terms? Yeah, I guess I can. Step 3 is incorrect. Did I, let me see, 250,000 minus 262.5. Oh, you're right. You are absolutely right. I think I put 200,000. My bad. Thank you for letting me know. You are right. Okay. So that is going to equal, let's get it brown here so it doesn't confuse people. 249. You're right. I'm sorry. When I start, oop, that means my food's ready. Haha. All right. So that's what it is. All right, so 249. There we go. Thank you guys so much. 249,737.50. So then that is also wrong here. Let me erase this little bit here. All righty. Sorry about that. So we're going to put that here. So 249,737.50. All right, so now let's do it in blue for the second month. So now we're going to do the same thing. I equals, and then we're going to just use this month. 249,737 and 50 cents times the interest rate of 0.45. It's 0.0 whatever, and then divided by 12. So let's see here, 249,737.5 times 0.045 divided by 12. And we get a total interest of $936 and then 515. It says 5156. All right, so we're going to just prorate that and we're going to bump this up to 52. So that goes here. $936.52. Please, you guys, I want you guys to know that there is no way the state exam will ever give you something that makes you calculate 3 months. This is just for practice so that way you get a feel of how these problems are solved. Okay? Now we're going to do the principal amount. How much went towards principal? So we're going to just subtract $1,200 minus 936.52. And then that equals $263.48. Wow. So that's how much went towards principal. So $263.48 goes here. And now we got to just find out how much got taken away from the balance. So then we just say 249,737 and 50 cents minus 263.48. So 249,737.5 minus 263.48. So this equals 249,474 and 2 cents. Okay, so then that goes here. 249,474.02 and up here. 249,474.02. Now we do the whole thing all over again for month 3. So we're going to do that one in black. All right, so the same thing, the formula here again, I equals, and we're going to use these numbers. This is an ADHD's dream nightmare. So 249, let's undo this. 474.02 times 0. Oh, I'm falling out of this page. That looks terrible. Hold on. Here. See, this is chunky here. So we're going to say I equals 249,474.02 times 0.045, all divided by 12. So the amount of interest was $935.53. It says 527, so I'm just going to make 53 cents here. So then that goes here. 935.53. And then we just subtract these two. So 1,200 minus 935.53. Do you guys see how you're paying less interest every month? So 1,200 minus 935.53, we get a total of $264.47. So this is 264.47. And then now we just subtract these two. So 249,474.02 minus this number, 264.47. So 249,474.02 minus 264.47. And we get a total of $249,000 $209.55. So somewhere around there, that's what it will be. So that will be the new balance for here, $249,209.55. So let's see if we got the answer correct. So if you guys want to take a picture, you can. The 0.45 comes from changing the percent to a decimal. Okay? Always change your percent. This is the percent. Always change that to a decimal by dividing by 100. So 249, 209, and 55. There it is, D. The answer is D. All right, so it's just a lot of like chunky work. And just making sure like you're being organized. So be a little organized. Knick-knack, do they allow to make payments more towards the principal? Yes, they do. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can pay your monthly payment and then you can pay whatever else you want towards the principal balance. Yes, that was a lot, Nicole. I agree. But like I said, in the state exam, they will never, ever, ever have you do. Oh, wow. Look at that. How sweet. Thank you. Are you teaching how to pass the state exam? Yes, I am. In a way, I'm just helping with the math stuff. Thank you, Nick Knack. You're the best. Can you swipe back over to the question screen? There we go. I did. So yeah, this is for the state exam. I'm helping people learn the math of real estate for their state exam. Okay? All right. So that's how you work this problem. Here, if you want to screenshot it, go ahead, grab that. Okay, let me see here. Any recommendations for a good real estate school? What state are you in? Real estate is per state. You have a license per state. I wanted to let you guys know something. On my study, on your, yeah, you didn't have any math on your real estate exam? Wow, that's crazy. Where did the $1,200 come from? That was their monthly payment. That's what it says in the question. $1,200. Okay? Do I teach the other sections as well? I will eventually. I will. Oh, you're in Florida, Clancy? Well, I will be opening a real estate school here come mid-July. If you want to wait till then, you could attend my class. So I'll be teaching Florida for the recommendation for real estate. Yes, I will be. I'm a Florida licensed real estate instructor, and I will be opening up my school soon, and I will be providing online classes and live stream classes for anyone that's interested in getting a Florida license. Okay? Now, I want you guys to understand, no matter what state you're in, all right? For example, I had this conversation with one of my viewers yesterday. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this question so that you guys could start looking at it and see if you guys can get this. Anyway, I want you guys to understand that, oh, you're so sweet. I wish I knew that. Oh, Coach Alex. Yeah, but this is in July, honey. I want you to get started and get your things done already, you know? I'm going to be doing it in mid-July. So that was like in a month and a half away. So I didn't want you to wait. I don't have any Wisconsin recommendations or Texas recommendations. I don't know about those states, but yeah. Tony Diaz, you are in what state? Arkansas. Huh. Well, yeah, I don't know. It depends. Like, I went to a school here in Florida. So every state is different. They all have different requirements for you to get your real estate license. Okay. So it's every state has their own amount of hours that you have to attend school. And they probably all have a test at the end of the school that you have to pass, etc. Okay. So, with that being said, you just have to research it. Go to Google and just type in like how to get my real estate license in Wisconsin or whatever state. Okay. But I want you guys to know, I had a call yesterday with one of my somebody that wanted advice as to real estate, and she was telling me that she doesn't know if she's going to be moving to Georgia, or she might be moving to Georgia, but that's where she eventually wants to end up, and whether she should get her license now, but that right now she's in some other state. And I said, well, what could happen, the worst case scenario, is that you get your license now in Georgia and you can just refer people in your own state and still get money. So people with a real estate license, like for example, I have my real estate license here in Florida, and my friend contacted me wanting to buy a house in Colorado. So I found her a real estate agent in Colorado, and now I'm just going to get a couple $1,000s for not doing anything and just giving a name. Okay, so that is the beauty of having a real estate license. Okay, you can't do that without a real estate license. And also, if you buy your own home, you are entitled to a commission. Okay, so let's look at this number 10. It says, Tom is buying a house with a purchase price of $300,000. The property tax rate in the area is 1.2%, and the tax is paid in arrears. If the closing is on July 15th and is charged to the seller, how much will Tom owe in property taxes at the closing? All right, this is a proration problem. This is another one. No, this is, a lot of people have this, M. A lot of states have this. This is a proration problem. All right, so the first thing we have to do is find out how much of the property tax do they have? Like, how much is their property tax per year? So I'm going to bring out my T-chart, and I see that the house is $300,000. So I'm going to put $300,000 here, and then 1.2% goes here. Remember to change this to a decimal. Get rid of the percent by dividing by 100, so that equals 0.012. Okay? This is for all states. See, it says good for all states. So now here we have 300,000 times 0.012. And that equals $3,600. Okay, so $3,600 is my total tax amount for the year, right? The seller's tax amount is $3,600. Okay? So I'm going to change the screen now because I'm going to work this problem out on another page so it's not so jumbled. All right? So I have it all now here. So see here, yearly tax amount is $3,600. The closing date is July 15 and it belongs to the seller, and it's based on 365 calendar days, right? Because it didn't say, so we're going to assume that that's what it is. So the first step is to find how much it is per day. So we're going to divide the tax amount by 365. So I'm going to take this tax amount, $3,600, and I'm going to divide it by 365 days. And so that's going to give me my price per day. So 3,600 divided by 365 equals $9 and then 8630. They always say to round to 4 places, so I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, the next step is now I have to find how many days the seller owns the property. So if the closing is July 15, that means I have January, February, let me write them out, March, so we have March, April, then May, June, and July. So January has 31 days, February has 28, March has 31, April has 30, May has 31, June has 30, and then July is the month of closing. So since the seller owns the day of closing, it's 15 days in July. If this said buyer here, I would only put 14 days here. Okay? All right, so we have to add up all these dates. 31 plus 28, blah, blah, blah. I know that this right here is 120. I know that from January to April, we have 120 days. Okay? So, 120 plus 31 plus 30 plus 15 gives us a total of 196 days. And now, thank you, Slim Girl. Slim Girl 196. No. All right, so then now step 3 is just multiply step 1 by step 2. So we're going to multiply this times this. So we say $9.8630 times 196 equals. So 9.8. So that equals 1933.15 because it comes out to 148. So it's 1933.15. So anything kind of close to that is where it's going to be because you can have rounding errors. Okay. I try not to do the rounding until the end, but sometimes there are rounding errors. So, hey, so let's see here. Oh, there it is, 1933. So my answer is D. All right, guys. So, do we have any questions? Let me know in the chat. All right. So don't forget, this live is every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 a.m. I'm sorry, what am I saying? This live is every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. And this, I am always live on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time, okay? So don't forget to join us again on Tuesday for our live. And go grab your Broke Girl's Guide to Real Estate. I pretty much wrote that out, and it was my first ebook that I ever wrote. And it's a cute little way for you to see how I pretty much grew my business with like zero money. Honestly, I was broke. I was a very broke person. So grab it now, 20% off in my shop, justcallmaggie.com shop, okay? All right. So, oh, here's the last problem solved. Take a screenshot. Grab it, and go. You got it? Thank you, iCoach Alex. You're the best. All right, so grab your Broke Girl's Guide to Real Estate and take your career to another level. Also, don't forget, sign up for my class. It's on Saturday, June 3rd. We already have some people signed up for the course. We have still some space, so feel free to go in there. You're going to be getting the workbook with the purchase, okay? So you get 3 hours of instruction on the workbook, and we work into like these simple interest problems like the amortization, big time. We get into that big time. So sign up. The link is in the bio. Just click there and sign up. If you can't sign up for my class, go ahead, grab the workbook. It's $19.99 on sale. It is a very good price. I have literally over 100 math practice problems in there. If you guys haven't seen it, look at it right here. I have it all right here. See? Answer key. This is basically the book right here. See it? This is the whole book. This is my Math for Real Estate Success. This is the book that I am trying, you guys will definitely get a very good thing on this. It is a very good resource to have. So that is $19.99 in the bio, right? The link is in the bio. Buy it now. And always, like always, I like to leave you all with a very positive note. Remember, the road to success is always under construction, okay? You will never be at your perfect level where you want to be, okay? I am like a perfectionist, and I want to be everywhere, and do everything. And I'm, you guys might think, oh my God, she's like this person, whatever. There is still so much I still have to do to get to where I want to be. And then, of course, I will still need to get more, So Remember, it's always under construction. Don't forget I did not put this. This is not correct. It is Tuesday. Sorry about that. So Tuesday at 7 is my next live. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, I just started, and my YouTube, which is going to be getting a lot of videos coming soon. I'm literally working on that for you guys. You guys have been asking me about my YouTube, and it's going to come. Trust me. By mid-month, you're going to have some videos up on there for you guys so that you can start learning. All right? Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here, for your questions, for your support. Bianca, where can I find the workbook? Honey, the workbook is, you go to the link in my bio. Let me see here. You could go here. You click on the link in my bio, right? And then it's going to take you to this page. Let it load. All right. This is the link in my bio. You're going to go to this page, and then you just scroll down to where the workbook is right here. And then you click here, purchase now. And then it takes you to here. You can pretty much see all the stuff for the workbook. Remember, it's not a physical product. Okay, I have it here. It says it is not a physical product. It is a download. Okay, it's an instant download. See? And then you could just buy it right here with whatever you want. Venmo, PayPal, your Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever you want. Okay, so that's how you do that. All right. So thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate all your support. Good luck to you all this weekend. Be safe. And I will be seeing you on Tuesday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Thank you.